Just had a call about the title reconstructed for the Subaru. What was it? Oh, Venetian pools. Yeah, I just thought, oh, like it was just some like fishing holes or something, because there were just some stagnant pools of water. But the further I followed up the trail, I came upon this black sand beach. Like what the ones you had to make a reservation for, but this was secluded. It was pretty small, but there was nobody around. It was really beautiful. Like, it definitely could be compared to the red sand, but the red sand had like prettier waters and had that line of rocks in the ocean that made it calm. This was just out into the open ocean, so the waves were pretty strong. I didn't do any swimming there, unlike the red sand, but I did record it. It was really nice. Followed the trail. I came up to this cliffside, very beautiful view of another black sand beach, but this one was like surrounded by cliffs and had this rope across where I guess you can rappel down if you had the equipment. But I wasn't trying to go off the cliff at that moment. But yeah, there was a couple more black sand beaches there. I didn't approach them. I just took some photos, took a video, and bothered the cows again on the way back. There was a do-it-yourself food stand there. Just had a machete on the stump and a bunch of coconuts and some other food. I don't remember, but I remember I bought $5 for a coconut. Hacked it open and machete and had some coconut. Oh, exactly. Before that, I already had more coconuts because I went to this Maui temple. Biggest temple in Maui. The name eludes me. But I went there and it was like a cultural site. Did a little reading about all the local plants and their uses. So about the biggest structure. Yeah, I think it's the biggest structure, but it's definitely the biggest temple in Maui. It's renowned in Hawaii in ancient times. I think even the word Maui comes from that structure. Probably was built by a terrible person. By even Kamehameha. Kamehameha. It has a story going on with that structure. Yeah, but I just explored the local fauna there. They had little tablets and they gave information about the usage and characteristics of the plants, and they just had a little plot of plot of garden for each type of plant. And I took some coconuts from there. They were just laying around. I was really cutting it close to closing time in that place. I made a reservation for next day, but I just drove in and asked if I could do it the day of. And they were fine with it. I mean, I guess they just use it to make sure it's not crowded. Yeah. And then I went to back to the Venetian pools. Well, in the story. Yeah, drank some coconut from that fruit stand. and headed back. I think at that point. Didn't reach the arch or whatever was part of the road up to Hana. I did reach Hana. Um, I didn't stop at any of the food stands, which I kind of regret now. But yeah, just headed all the way back home. Base. Target. Yeah, after that, explored the other side of the road to Hana. Stopped at a farmer's market. I remember that. Bought some kimchi and a pineapple from an Asian lady. A couple in their truck drove into the farmer's market. I say farmer's market, but it was just one lady just in her market. And the couple just started yelling about a dog. Had a whole conversation about loud and rude people with the lady. I remember that. Yeah, the couple were looking for their dog. They just were yelling while the lady was just muttering under her breath back, and there's just miscommunication of different types of communication styles. Yeah, so on that trip, oh yeah, I visited this park dedicated to this what would you call him? Sport, yes, funder of a Chinese revolutionary leader. He apparently put him through Western style schooling. Was a big community leader. Apparently helped out a bunch of people. He was a Chinese immigrant who started his own general store and leased land from the government. Was pretty successful. So yeah, he has this whole statue of him, Kane, that I visited. But also had these lions, like Asian style lions, where their hair is wavy and more curly, I guess. And they had pronounced teeth on their mouth. Yeah, I took a couple of pictures of those statues. Had tried to feed coconut to some chickens. There are chickens everywhere in Hawaii, just walking around free range. Yeah, but they didn't eat it. Went further down the road. Reached these law fields. It's a nice view, but not much to look at. It's just land that got desolated by lava. Stopped at this place called the Beehive. Which I'll find out later is a French dude trying to sell the honey, different forms of honey. I didn't buy the honey because noticed only one of the types are TSA compliant. Not the one I wanted. It was the glass bottle. Probably would have stopped me. So I just bought a tea bag, pineapple. Talk more of the French dude. didn't get any coffee or tea from the stand with the girl, but once I went down to the farmer's market, I turned back and came back and got a tea. Met another guy, worker there. Talked about how he was from Oklahoma and Maui. Guess this was the beehive was where you could work for your stay. He asked me about the U-Haul. I told him it was only $20, but I forgot to mention the mileage. But yeah, and came back. See, drove all the way back. That's as far as I went, was the beehive. I didn't go back all the way to the arch, so I didn't do a complete journey of the road to Hana highway. And then I came back to Target. And yeah, I think that night there was a couple who were homeless that were camping in the bay next to the Target. The lady was screaming about helping, said somebody should help her. Apparently it's some domestic abuse going on there. Kept me up. I came out and yelled at them a couple times. But yeah, security guard caught me. Told me I can't sleep there at Target, so I went to tried out Home Depot, Walmart, settled on Lowe's. I guess I did Lowe's the first night too. It's a bad spot, but there was constant noise. It didn't let me sleep well throughout this trip with the van. Let's take a break.